Hey everybody, DJ Legion back with you. Today is Monday, December the 26th. Hoping you all had a good Christmas and got all the stuff that you wanted. And spent time with your friends and families and had a nice time and so on and so forth. I'm going to show you what I picked up in December. What vinyl I picked up in December. So this is not a Christmas haul. I didn't get any vinyl for Christmas because for some reason my family and friends are under this misinformed illusion that I spend too much money on vinyl as it is, so they don't buy me any. I don't know where they get that nonsense from, but anyway, so this is December 2016 vinyl haul. I've got about, I think, 10-11 pieces to show you. And we'll just start, I guess. Eagles' Greatest Hits, 1971 to 1975. They must have pressed 10 million copies of this, give or take. I picked this up for $5. It's very, very clean. And it has the embossed jacket with the custom labels. Most of you probably have this or have had it. Like I said, it's not uncommon. They pressed at least 10 million copies, and it just has the hits from the first few albums: Take It Easy, Lion Eyes, Already Gone, Desperado, Tequila Sunrise, so on and so forth. Very clean though, very clean vinyl, very clean cover. $5. The Temptations, this is our greatest hits of the Temptations. This was also only $5. This is a great album. On the Motown label, of course. The classic Motown label. And yeah, if you only have one Temptations record, this one's the one to have, I guess. It's got Get Ready, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, My Girl, Can't Get Next to You, Wish It Would Rain, Ball of Confusion, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, they're all on this one. Also has some information on the back. $5, still has the shrink wrap on it. So this is another good score. This is an 83. An 83 pressing from an album that originally came out in 1972. So, anyway, The Temptations, great stuff. This is the Don Shirley Trio on Cadence Records. This came out in 1960. Now I was thinking this was going to be kind of some swinging jazz. I've never heard of this guy, Don Shirley, but it was only $2. I was thinking it was going to be some kind of jazz, swing jazz kind of thing, but actually it's a lot more laid back and low tempo than what I was figuring. So I don't know if I don't like it or if just because it didn't fit the preconceived notion in my head, if I should listen to it again and be a little more open-minded about it. I don't know. So anyway, gonna hold on to it for now though, and give it another listen and see. It's probably excellent. It's just that it probably just, I had this image in my mind of what I was going to be listening to, and I did not match that, but we'll see. Let's see. This is Carmen Cavalarro and his orchestra 1946 recordings. This was $2 as well. Picked this up mint sealed. Big band. Carmen Cavalarro was, I guess I'd call him Liberace before there was a Liberace. Liberace came through in the mid-50s, but as you can see, this is recorded in 1946, pre-television. Just big band, swing sound, piano-based. Carmen Cavalarro was the piano player, really good piano player, actually. In fact, there's a great YouTube clip of him performing in the 50s, and I will put a link in the description so you can check this guy out, because he's really flashy. A lot of fun to watch this guy, so that's who he is there. Based out of New York City originally, this guy here. But toured the country and, like I said, did some TV and stuff by the 1950s. Picked up another one in that series. Griff Williams and his orchestra, 1946-1951. This is Chicago. These are Chicago-based orchestra. Once again, these were recorded for radio, pre-television, just as with the Carmen Cavalarro release as well. And he also did some TV in the 1950s before rock and roll kind of came on the scene. Yeah, this is great stuff. Just great ballroom, big band music. And this one too was mint sealed in the shrink wrap and only paid $2 to get it. So, and this was a 1981 pressing. And Carmen over here, he's 1977. $2 a piece for these. I got Heart, Bad Animals. This is in the shrink wrap with the hype sticker. Mine was mint. Capitol Records, 87? Yeah, 87, I believe. Yeah, you know, this one has Alone, Who Will You Run To? There's the Girl. There's the hype sticker there. 87 Heart. I was sick of Heart by the 90s. But I didn't listen to Heart for 20 years, 30 years. Like I said, was sick of them after the 90s, but since I haven't heard it in so long, it sounds good again, and I'm enjoying this album again. And so, yeah, it is what it is. Paid $2 for it, so there you have it. It was, gosh, if it was $5, I'd have probably let this sit there. But for $2, I picked this up. Like I said, kind of sick of Heart 20 years ago, but the price was right on this. Got the best of Marlene Dietrich. I have one of her, a live album of hers that I got, I think for free actually. Yeah, this in the shrink wrap, there's the nice price sticker. That's Columbia Records or CBS Records sticker there. There's the back. Old school, you know, going back to the 40s, the 30s. And just some of her more well-known songs. So, anyway, $2 with the shrink wrap on it. This was a Record Store Day Black Friday leftover. The London Muddy Waters Sessions. And this was full price, $24.95, or I think it was $25. Yeah, the reissue, and I'll take it out of the plastic and give you guys a good look at the artwork and the gatefold. Yeah, great stuff. This is a great record, and it is replicated to look like the old Chess Records logo. There we go. And the cat, of course, now wants to talk because I'm actually filming, and so here she comes. She's quiet all day till I turn the camera on. Hi, kitty. Yeah, I know. I have the camera on, so now you must come and meow. Brookvale Records is the one who actually bankrolled these pressings, and they did a great Howlin' Wolf, the London Sessions, for Record Store Day 2015. Now that I have this Muddy Waters one, I need to track down that Howlin' Wolf and add it, because they did a great job on this one, and I'm sure the other one is excellent as well. Hello? Yeah, go. Yeah, I know you're making noise now, because I'm trying to film. Yeah, and see now she's distracting me. Okay, there we go. Anyway, Muddy Waters, London Sessions, Black Friday, Record Store Day 2016 leftover. Glad to get this. Alright, Bowling for Soup, Fishing for Woos, I don't know if you know these guys or not. The most popular song on here is probably one called Here's Your Freaking Song. I always like these guys. Funny lyrics, and just a fun sounding band. I bought this from their website, actually. I think I paid $8 for this. They were damn near giving these away. $8 mint in the shrink. Picked it up. Got a lot of great songs. Love the titles. Here's Your Freaking Song. This Ain't My Day. Let's Pretend We're Not in Love. Yeah, it's just great song titles. Fun, frat boy rock, I guess I would call it. This is the only album I have from them, but they've had a lot of hit songs, especially, I guess, they're kind of on they've probably seen their prime. They're on an independent label now, but when they were at their peak, they were putting out a lot of great songs like Girl All the Bad Guys Want, 1985. I think a song called Punk Rock 101. Anyway, Bowling for Soup. And Jim Steinman, Bad for Good. Have to thank Jody Watson actually showed this on his channel, and I had forgotten about Jim Steinman. I love Jim Steinman. There he is. It's the guy that wrote the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell album. And this was supposed to be the follow-up Bat Out of Hell 2. This is the real Bat Out of Hell 2, not the one that came out in the 90s. This was written specifically to be the sequel to that album. But Meatloaf supposedly lost his voice and couldn't sing on it, so they put out, so Jim Steinman did the vocals. And most of the people who played in Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell band played on this album. The same guy that did the artwork for Bat Out of Hell did this cover artwork as well. Jim Steinman is a brilliant songwriter. I love this album. It charted in the UK for quite a while. I don't know how it did in the States, but in the UK, this album sold well. I recommend this album a lot, actually. If you haven't gotten it, this is an excellent record. And I'm glad for Jody for showing it to spark my. When he showed it on his channel, and then I listened to it on Google Play, and then had to have it. So glad to have this in my collection. Alright, and one last one that I'm stoked to get, actually, although you wouldn't think so, but I love stuff like this. More Winnie the Pooh, read by Maurice Evans. I love this thing. This, I believe, Discogs, I looked this up, and there's no date given for when it was released, but I've done a little more research since then, and I think this came out in 1966. These readings are from the original 1922 Winnie the Pooh book. So there's no Tigger. Tigger, the character of Tigger, T-I-G-G-R, came out later. The first book, Tigger was not in it. So there's no Tigger. And you can see on the cover the original artwork, the original Winnie the Pooh artwork there. You have Roo and Eeyore and Christopher Robin up there. And but yeah, so there's no Tigger, and this is pre-Disney. I really like that because so there's no voices. You know, we think of Winnie the Pooh, we're thinking of the Disney Winnie the Pooh. But this is pre-Disney, so the voices and the characters completely different than the Disney adaptations. This guy, Maurice Evans, he played in Planet of the Apes, by the way. That was his claim to fame. He played in the original movies with Charlton Heston. He was the doctor, the ape that was the doctor, and also played on a show called Bewitched. He was Samantha Stevens' dad on the show called Bewitched. But anyway, yeah, this is great. Pre-Disney Winnie the Pooh, a good example of that. You can see the original artwork sketches. And this is More Winnie the Pooh, the title. So there is, of course, just Winnie the Pooh. There's an earlier album that came out the same year. Same guy, same type of design on the cover. I'm going to track that down and add that to my collection as well. But this is great stuff. Great spoken word. Alright, that's all the vinyl I have, but I'll show you another couple of pieces. CD, this is Restrained, Sacramento-based heavy metal. This is the follow-up to A Dark New Day. This album is called Not Human. I sent some of you guys the last Restrained album, Dark New Day. And this is the follow-up. And they sent me a signed copy. That was kind of great of them. And they didn't send it to me. I paid for it. When I was doing radio, I was getting stuff sent to me all the time. But now that I'm not, it's only fair to pay for it and support the bands, since I can no longer promote them near as well as I could when I was doing radio. But anyway, yeah, just great stuff, great album. Just as good or better than the first one. So if I sent you a Restrained CD last year, and I did send quite a few out, and you liked it, they have now got a follow-up out. You can go to restrained.com. There's something to that effect, and track it down. Not Human is the name of the CD. And a DVD here. I'm stoked. I am stoked to have this finally. Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics, the DVD. 3 hours of Plasmatics footage on here. Covers 1978 to 88, thereabouts. This is an amazing documentary on the band. A lot of great footage as well. If you're one of those BC members and you've probably heard the name the Plasmatics floated around by myself and others and wondered what's the big deal about the Plasmatics, who are they? If they're not well known, really, but they're one of the greatest, most underappreciated bands ever. So I was stoked to get this. This is a tricky DVD to get, not that common. Found it on eBay for $10. There's a spine. And there's the disc. Yeah, I'm stoked to have this. Any actual good footage of the Plasmatics is hard to come by. And this is 3 hours long. There's like a 2-hour documentary, and then there's an extra hour of various performance footage. But the documentary is on YouTube. I'll put a link to that as well. The documentary is 2 hours, though, so be advised if you want to watch it. Fix yourself a drink and a snack before you sit down. Pack a lunch, because it's a long video. But I am stoked to get this. I've been wanting one of these for years, and was very, very glad to get it. I only paid $10 shipped for it. So anyway, the Plasmatics, 3 hours of Plasmatics footage on this thing. Epic stuff. All right, there it is, December 2016. That's what I picked up. A lot of great stuff. So once again, wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and so on and so forth. Hope you guys got hooked up with vinyl. Everything you see here I bought myself. But that's just the breaks. And I'll see you all again soon. I'm probably going to shoot another video today about 2016, where the channel's at, where it's going, what I'm looking forward to in 2017, and some comments and commentary on various things that happened in 2016, mainly all the deaths that we had, which was brutal, obviously. So, anyway, that's it and that's all. Till I see you again, you know what to do. Turn up the music, turn down the drama, and I'll see you soon.